Welcome to this podcast from Stratfor, leader in global intelligence.
There's growing outcry in South America over plans to expand the U.S. military presence in Colombia. The topic came up for discussion at the Union of South American Nations Summit yesterday in Ecuador. In the end, condemnation of the deal was left out of the final statement issued by the group, but it's safe to say that regional leaders are not too happy about the prospect of more American troops in Colombia, and no one is more displeased than Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez. Hello, I'm Marla Dial with the Stratfor Daily Podcast for Tuesday, August 11th. Plans for a new security agreement between Bogota and Washington were announced last month. The 10-year deal would allow the U.S. to lease access to 7 military bases in Colombia and possibly put as many as 500 additional military personnel in the country to help fight drug traffickers. That would be a total of about 800 troops. U.S. President Barack Obama says it's no big deal, but the reaction of leftist leaders in Latin America has been noteworthy. Brazil's president has called for Obama to meet with South American leaders to discuss the plan, and Argentina's president has called it a belligerent, unprecedented, and unacceptable situation. But the loudest response has come from Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez, who officially holds the bullhorn for leftists in the region. He claims the deal poses a security threat to his country, which shares a 1,400-mile border with Colombia, and he's called on Venezuelan troops to be ready for combat. He also claimed over the weekend that Colombian troops had briefly infiltrated Venezuelan territory, and he's been talking about stepping up arms purchases from Russia to help defend the country. Chavez has valid reasons to be concerned. Tensions with Colombia have been running high for quite some time, especially when it comes to accusations that Venezuela provides sanctuary for members of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. The FARC rebels are among those who'd be targeted in the U.S. counter-narcotics operations. But Stratfor analysts say that fears of an invasion by either U.S. or Colombian forces are likely overblown. In fact, Chavez's true fears might have been better outlined by his mentor, former Cuban leader Fidel Castro, who says the U.S. security deal is part of a ploy to control Latin America's economic markets and resources. For the government in Caracas, regime survival depends on controlling oil revenues and maintaining territorial integrity. And any perceived threats to either pillar would bring a pronounced reaction from Chavez. That's not to say that these perceptions are likely to become reality, but the responses and the ripple effects they have throughout Latin America are always telling to watch. Stratfor analysts have been studying the strategic threats to Venezuela and classifying the least and most likely to occur based on geography and other factors. You can find out more by visiting our website at www.stratfor.com. Be sure to look for the analysis on Venezuela's military imperatives. I'm Marla Dial for Stratfor. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.